Hey there, and welcome to another video with me. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an automation workflow with ActiveCampaign. So what is an automation workflow? An automation workflow is basically a set of emails that you decide to send to your prospect or your customer based on a specific action they've performed on your email or on your opt-in form. So let's say, for example, when someone opts into your landing page, you send them a specific email. And when they perform a specific action, let's say if they open that email, you send them a type of email because they've opened that email. If they haven't opened the email within a day or within a specific time frame, you will send them another email. So usually the email you will send them is basically the same email or just a reminder to let them know they have an email which they haven't opened. So the reason why you're sending that email is because if they open the first email, the opening of the first email will naturally lead them to open another email, which will lead them into performing a specific action based on what you've set them to do. So basically, that's the goal of an automation campaign. So many things can trigger an automation. So we'll go through all the triggers together. So if you don't yet have an account with ActiveCampaign, I'll leave a link of ActiveCampaign in the description so you can go ahead, click on that link. It will lead you into the ActiveCampaign homepage. And from there, we can get started. uricmedia1.com/ActiveCampaign. So we're going to create our automation. So click here on the ActiveCampaign logo, right? And here, there are several types. So if you click here on automations, this is an example of how an automation looks like. I know it looks a little bit daunting and complicated, but it's not that complicated. It's just like a graph. So if you click here on create an automation, and it leads us into this very page. So there are several ways you can create an automation. So you can start from scratch. You can start with product interest tagging, engagement tagging, product interest tagging part 1, site tracking, abandoned cart, accessory, upsell after purchase, forward campaign incentive. So there's several ways. You can go ahead and scroll down and have a look at all these ways. It's so rich, it's so informative. There's so many details that will help you to boost your business and make things better for yourself. But in this very example, we'll start from scratch. So click here on start from scratch and then click here on continue. And here I will have to select a trigger because in order for an automation to start, something has to start it. So an automation does not start randomly. So there has to be something. So you can either select subscribe to a list, which is the most common one. Unsubscribe, submit form, opens, read an email, and so on. So there's so many triggers you can use here to start your automation. But in this case, I'll select subscribe to a list. That's the one. And then I'll need to select a list. And in this case, I'll select my email campaign list. Opens once. I can select multiple times if I like to. But in this case, I'll go for only once. And here where it says segment the contacts entering this automation, I can segment that. But that's going to be another tutorial because I don't want to make this tutorial a little bit complicated, because if I like to segment this, then I'll need to add a condition, and then I need to add, for example, something here, and then I put another detail, then I put start, then. So it's going to be a little bit more complicated, but in this very case, we'll just start with the basics. Okay, so I've now selected everything. I'm going to unselect segment the contacts entering this automation. I'll just leave it as basic. Let's just keep it simple for now. But let's just leave it to the way it is. And then click here on add start. I'll go back to wait, and then I want to add a specific time only. So in this case, that's going to be minutes, 20 minutes, right? So once they subscribe to the list, they need to wait 20 minutes before they get the email. So I need to click get save. But guys, this is just an example. You don't have to make your subscribers wait before they get what they subscribe for. So this is just an example. You can get rid of this 20, right? If you don't like it, get rid of it and add what you want. And now on this, the next step, I can add another one. And the next thing I will need to add here is going to be a message. So if you go to sending options and select send an email, name my email campaign, and then I'll click here on start with a template. So click here with start with a template. Choose a template type, email designer, text only, custom HTML. I'll select the first one because this is what is popular and that's why everyone loves. So I'll select that and then I click on continue. So there's basic templates, which are here. There's pre-designed template or design template, which are all here. You can select the ones you like and then customize it in your own liking. And there's layout, there's past campaign. Past campaign, there's nothing. We haven't done anything. So I will select the design templates. This one, for example. And guys, please remember, all email marketing platforms today in 2024 prefer professional emails. And to create a professional email is not a difficult thing. So there's a lot of service out there that offer professional email. Here on the subject email, I'll change that to the subject. I'll change the subject email and then click here on continue. Okay, so this is like a watch, like a stylish watch, right? So here you can decide what to put on your, so for example, in this area is specifically reserved for a logo. So you can enter your own logo here. For example, if, for example, you want to get rid of these ones, you can get rid of these ones, for example, or if you don't want to have this picture, for example, all you need to do is you need to click on that and then hover on the right-hand side and just click on delete, right? You have like men's, and also if all of these, you don't want them, you can also delete them. You know how to do it. You hover on the three dots and just click on delete. That's pretty much all you need to do. And here on the watch, like on the text, you can change the text, right? The Metropolitan Collection, yeah. And then here you change the text, the image. If you don't like the image, you can replace the image. And down here, where it says follow us, you can change your social icon. So if you are on Facebook, for example, you can put your Facebook link. If you like, you can put your Twitter. If you don't like any other, let's say, for example, you're not on Twitter, you can just delete that one. So let's say, for example, you're on YouTube. So just click on add icon and then you select YouTube and then you put your YouTube channel link here. So I'll paste it down here. You do the same for all the social icons, for all the other platforms. And here, leave this area the way it is. Do not remove it. The emails are there. Everything is okay. So just, the text, change your text, make it the way you like to make. This is just an example, guys. I'm not telling you what to do. This is just a sample. And once you're happy with your email, just click here on next. So it says your domain needs to be verified, send verification email. So just click here on send verification email. I need to go to my email and verify my domain name. Okay, so here I need to verify my email address, right? So click here on verify. That's all I need to do here. And then I need to click here on finish. That's pretty much it, what I need to do here. Okay, so I've created an email, right? The name of the email is there. The send immediately, send with predictive sendings. If I want to utilize this, I can use that one. But I prefer to use the first one. Right? Let's just stay with the first one and then click on save. So now I have my first email campaign, right? This is a suggestion that ActiveCampaign offers me. So ActiveCampaign says I can wait for 7 days. Wait for 7 days, I'll take if email was open. Wait for 7 days. and send, right? I'm not going to wait for 7 days. I'll add a what if condition. So I'll close this for now, and then I'll click here on this icon, and then I'll click on condition and workflow and add. I need to click here, has clicked on a link, and I'll select any email at the moment, any link, right? If I had a specific link, then I'll put that specific link. I haven't got any specific link. In the last, in the last 30 days, in the last 2 days, right? And if I want to add in the last week, in the last month, it's going to be fine, but I just put it in the last 2 days. If I want to add another condition, then I can add another condition, and then I just click on save. So it's going to give me 2 options here. So if he has clicked on the link, I can send him an email, a specific type of email. So that will be another email, which I'll name my second email. So if they have opened my first email, right, they will receive this email in 2 days' time. Has clicked on the link, right, in the last 2 days. In the last 2 days. If they haven't clicked on the link, I can send them another email. So in this case, it will be a reminder email. So now you have 2 separate emails based on specific conditions. If they open one, they'll receive this email, which will suggest them something else. If they didn't open that, they will receive another email that will probably remind them of the offer that they're supposed to get in the first email. Let me just close the suggestion here, and then I'll add a condition. Condition and workflow. If I want to go to another action, I can just click here, go to another action, and then I'll just drag this and bring it, for example, here. That's just an example, right? So if I send the first email, they don't do something, then I'm going to do this. But let me just undo this, yeah? Let me just undo this. I don't want to make this automation more complicated. Let me just click here. If I would like to end the automation, I can just click here, end this automation. So click here on end this automation. And then the automation will end here. So the goal of this automation was to trigger it through an email subscriber list to send the first email. And then if they open the first email, then they will get the second email, probably to sell them on something or maybe to upsell them. If the first email was to sell them on something, it depends on your objective. The no condition will be if they didn't open the first email, they will receive another email so they can go back to the first email. And once they go back to the first email, in 2 days' time, they will receive the other email. This is just like the goal of like automation, guys. There's so many things you can do with automation. And here, you need to make sure that you click here on active, right? If it's inactive, your automation will not start. Okay, guys, that's how you create an email automation campaign. As you've seen, it sounds a little bit daunting at first, but once you do it, it becomes easy, right? It's not that complicated. But once you do it, it feels easy and everything just makes more sense. So if you do have any questions, drop it in the comment section below. And if you need help regarding your web design or your email automation campaign, or if you want to graph, if you would like me to have a look at your message or to have a look at your email campaign, then drop me an email and then we'll have a chat. I'll leave a link of my calendar in the description. I'll also leave my email in the description. You can reach out to me at contact@urimincha1.com. I'll reach out to you. So thank you very much for watching. So see you.